Yeah, moving it does constantly. Game savvy. I know you players is watching. My man here, player indeed, extraordinaire. He's the leader, captain, colonel, and all that. He is Mike Ellis. Call him Big Mike. You run the show, sir, and instruct the squad. Thank you for being on Game Savvy. I really appreciate your time.
Man, it's my pleasure to be on Game Savvy, man. I met you before, man. I'll never forget a guy who does such great things.
All right, sir. Well, I appreciate that. He was giving me a hard time, too. He's giving me made me correct my game, actually, like you do these brothers. I would like to talk about what's going on, Mike. This year, the tour has changed. I would like to think maybe the competitive level has changed. I know these gentlemen are always competitive, but when you start talking about putting a ready-made team up against them as opposed to the open run, you know, speak to that.
Right now, And1 is looking for the best talent. So in a lot of these cities where we know who the top AAU guys are, the top Pro-Am guys, we look to get a team compiled of the best street ball players. That's really just the best basketball players. In this case, in Detroit, whether it be Joe Dumars, St. Cecilia's, wherever it may be, I'll go to all these places really looking for the best talent. So that when we play against Detroit this time, people are like, oh, that's so-and-so. So then it actually enhances the fact that now we are playing the best basketball.
All right, and playing the best basketball now on the pavement again. They've come out of the arena. I mean, it began here on the pavement. So how's that been going? I mean, actually talk to the injury factor with that. How has that been since the tour started?
Well, knock on wood, we haven't had any injuries. But, you know, most of us come from, we started playing on concrete. This is where street basketball is known all the time, whether it be New York, whatever the city is. You know, it's just a different energy when you play outside. The whole culture becomes part of the event. And people always walk away with a better feeling. Because indoors is great, and I'm not going to take away what we've done in the past. We just want to bring it right to the streets.
To its core, to its essence.
Absolutely.
Okay, that's what it is. This is Big Mike we're talking to it. I guess I got to ask about the transition when you talk about personnel. You know, what brought it on, what prompted that, and, you know, and how do you feel about the guys that do remain? I'm sure it's a very high standard.
Well, I have all of the younger guys, and I believe at this time, bar none, I have the greatest collection of basketball players, whether we're playing indoor, outdoor, at a picnic or barbecue. I have the best and most talented basketball players at this time on one roster.
Yeah, I mean, what else can you say to that? All right, Mike. There was a comment on one of the shows. You actually really elaborated and got real intense about one of your players, and I almost took away the sense that maybe the heart was in question. And I'm speaking about Mr. Champion. He had been going through an injury and everything. When that's going on, I mean, what's that dynamic like with you guys? Because you go so far back. It's almost a parental mentor thing with you.
I like to be looked at with my players as their big brother, not their father, somebody that we can communicate with each other as men first. And there will be times where maybe Phil Jackson and Kobe Bryant will have an exchange. It's just that we have ours on TV for everybody to see. So whether the heart was questioned, whether the basketball is questioned, that's just a discourse between the player and the coach.
And that's a natural relationship. So that's what it is. This is the man, like I said, he steers the ship. He's Big Mike. It's not a game. It never is. It never was with him. So I do, again, want to thank you for joining us on the show that the players watch, Game Savvy.
Game Savvy is this is this is the first people I want to speak to when I come to Detroit. Game Savvy, because that's kind of what I do. I'm kind of game savvy. So it's just natural, game savvy and coach savvy.
I got my
And1 style. That's my man, right?
And1 style. Yes, sir. Got my crown.
Make sure you hear Saturday. There will be something that we leave here that will never be seen again. Game savvy. Big Mike. Yeah.
AKA the mastermind.